Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I am back for tonight's live stream. Oh. Excuse me, I got my coffee. I'm drinking it cold. What the hell happened here? Oh my god, I look naked in the thumbnail. The thumbnail's always a crisis. Damn it. Coco, S's intentions towards me. S's intentions. She's got a wish around the situation. 9 of Cups, first thing that comes up around her. She may be looking for something a little bit more stable, and she could be thinking about you a lot. She's pretty focused on you. Emperor in reverse. I always urge when the Emperor shows up in reverse, be careful that she doesn't try to become controlling or trying to manipulate the situation. I think she does want things to move forward. She's coming forward, or she's going to try to drop hints or something. She's looking for more to come. Stephanie, will I get approved for the COVID relief fund I submitted today? I think you will. Yeah, I think you will. I'm pretty sure you will. Allison, JM's thoughts and intentions. JM. JM is, well, first it comes off holding himself back a little bit, and then it looks like there's no offering of love that comes in. So it may be a little bit cold, and then things start to heat up a little bit. And no longer feeling stuck in the mud, no longer feeling stagnant, but prepared to move forward. Maybe out of the blue. Judgment card could be at the right place at the right time, or divine intervention kind of takes over. I think that there's a good chance that this relationship moves forward and you get your wish. That's what it seems like is going through their mind. They may be a little cold right now, and they may have not gotten to the point yet, but that point's coming. Siva, what's T the Leo's current energy towards me right now? A little bit undecided and mildly nervous. They're thinking a lot about you. The Hermit is here. So the Hermit is turning in to figure out what it is that they want. It's a good thing. If it were in reverse, it would be a bad thing. But upright, it's a good thing. The energy is like contemplation. It's good though. Sanny, or San. When will Antonio contact me? It could be 11 days to 2 weeks.
On the other side of my property here, a lot of Canadian geese. If you hear them honking away, it's they're cheering. That's what they're about.
Susie, was he checking to see if I was online earlier?
Still lost his stag. It's been 2 months since I was going out. Is it intentional?
I I get 33% chance yes, he was checking to see if you were online earlier. Hannah, welcome. When will my manifestations come into fruition? And is F thinking about me? Within the next 5 months. Yes. F is thinking about you. Definitely. Describes her as pandemonium ensues as she walks to the far left of the stage like a runway supermodel, stops on a dime. Allison. Tilts her head slightly and smiles. Camera flashes. Can I get the... You think you'd ever read that sort of thing about... This phone is cracked. It's hard to read. Can I get the MA's position at my hospital or the administrative spot? If not, can I get spell work done from you for it? I love my job. I just ordered candles. They're all red though. They're love candles. Oh, but wait a minute. My sister-in-law picked up 2 candles for me, and one of them may be green. I think one of them is green. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to see her though. All right, so these are 2 different positions. All right, I'm going to ask them separately, and then we can talk about spells later. So I did order red candles in glass jars on the internet. I think I have quite a few of them coming. I don't know if it was 14, but I didn't get them yet, so I can't do it yet. I don't know if I'll have them this week. Let's ask, can I get the MH position? Okay, I get 70% chance you'll get the MH position. 2 of Wands is also that you're prepared for it. There's a high possibility you can get that. Let's see. Or the administrative spot. Okay. %33 chance for this spot. The MH position comes up much higher. I think that you have a better shot at getting that one. Yeah, there are some who believe that Joe Biden could be replaced as a consequence of clearly diminished capacity. New chapter. How are things going for Jason? Okay, let's see. How are things going for Jason? Running for president off and on since 1988. The Democrat establishment all coalesced around him. Jason looks like he's got a lot of choices in front of him. He's feeling like whatever he does for a living, he's getting well compensated. He feels appreciated. He's in a good place with his job, but 7 of Cups, there could be choices around him. So that may be something that's weighing on his mind. He's got the Magician here, which means that he can manifest just about anything he wants. He could be getting a promotion, feeling very stable and well-grounded at work. It looks like overall he's doing well. Empress is here, which is like love, money, abundance, fertility. It's an overall nice feel. I'm not seeing a lot of love happening here. I don't know if he's with anybody right now. I mean, there is a Cancer here that may be significant, but he could be a Cancer. I'm not seeing any strong love cards. I'm not sure that, I can't say he's with anyone right now, what his love life is looking like. It looks like this is all working career. And it looks like that's going pretty well. Liz, messages from the angels. Am I on the right track? All right, let's ask that first. Always play like it's the 2-minute drill. You're 6 points down. You need to cross the play and kick the field goal. That's my advice to everybody running for office. You are on the right track. Messages from the angels. Nine of air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Ace of earth, inflow of abundance, promising business adventures, important new contracts. The nine of fire, don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. Fall in love when you are ready, not when you're lonely. Susie, what's he feeling currently?
Even a term policy for an immediate cash payment. Call Coventry Direct to learn more.
We thought we had planned carefully for our retirement.
But we quickly realized we needed a way to supplement our income.
Our friends sold their policy to help pay their medical bills. And that got me thinking. Maybe selling our policy could help with our retirement.
I was skeptical, so I did some research and called Coventry Direct. They explained life insurance is a valuable asset that can be sold.
Well, he's feeling a little bit insecure right now. It shows that around the way that he's feeling about you is like things are ready to slow down. Knight of Pentacles, things have come to a halt. Lovers here is in reverse, which is also like not favorable. He's feeling like he's waiting for his ship to come in. I don't know. He's like argumentative. He comes in out of the blue, so that's one thing that's good. Otherwise, it looks like he's irritated or annoyed or not putting in any effort. Transformation is in reverse. Death is in reverse, which means he's at a standstill, like things are not moving forward and evolving. He's like right where he's at. There's no growth or change in him yet. And he's feeling like, I mean, he cares about you. There's no doubt about that. It's just he's not putting in any effort. He like self-sabotages himself. He's got a lot of issues, for sure. But you're going to hear from him, though, because the Knight of Swords brings him in out of the blue. But watch out for an argument. There could be an argument coming in. Liz, what does the Gemini truly want with me? Well, watch out for the Gemini being a little argumentative, too. This Gemini looks a little bit like he wants to have his cake and eat it too. I'm not sure what's going on with him. It's like, watch out for him that he's not trying to be controlling and manipulating with the Emperor in reverse. I don't like the Emperor in reverse. It's controlling and manipulating, and to me, that's not a good sign. He looks a little unstable. He also looks like, well, see, he's a little different because he's got death upright, which means that he may be he may be thinking that he can change or put more effort in, but it looks like this guy seems to put in a little amount of effort. He's got a problem too. The devil is here, so he's got an addiction to something. It could be anything: alcohol, exercise, overworking, anything. Going to the bars, playing video games, anything. When the devil shows up, it's some sort of an addiction that makes him very happy, and that's, I think, maybe a problem for you guys. Laugh. How does the Sag feel about me currently? Do you think he'll call me tonight or this week? First card that comes up is the Lover's card, so I think that he's feeling good about you. It also looks like he thinks that you're funny, enjoyable to be around, strong, courageous, and Six of Cups, somebody from your past comes back. I don't think he calls tonight, but I think you hear from him soon. Maybe within the next week. Maybe within the next week, but I don't think tonight. It's not coming up high enough for me to say tonight. Mariana, what are his current feelings towards me? He may be pulling his energy back. 8 of Cups. He's pulling his energy back a little bit. He thinks that you're kind, nurturing, successful, balanced. He thinks you're attractive and happy. But it looks like he may be pulling himself, pulling back from the situation a little bit. 8 of Cups is like walking away, turning around and walking away. So I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. He may need a little time. Sometimes a little time helps. New chapter. What does the future hold for me and Jason? Will we ever talk again? Okay. You're definitely going to talk again. There's indecision around this situation. At this point, it can go several different ways. You've got strength around the situation. Things can turn around really quickly around this situation. It also looks like, do we know what sign he is? You have an Aries around you. So there could be an Aries around you that's interested in you if it's not him. Either way. But then on the other side, it does look like he may put some distance between the two of you. He may have been dealing with a betrayal recently, and he may be kind of like not putting in a lot of effort at this point. However, if you haven't seen or spoken to him, I don't think you have spoken to him. He comes in out of the blue when you least expect it. There's opportunity for growth with the Death card here. I'm not seeing strong love cards here right now, if you're, if that's what you're thinking, but it doesn't make a difference because it might not be here yet. It could be coming. It looks like there's a connection here in you guys hanging out. Page of Wands can be doing something exciting, adventurous. Hierophant can be a spiritual connection. Love's not here yet. It doesn't mean it can't come. Communication is coming in. Mimi, general messages. Life changes quickly, even overnight. Very quickly. Anxiety around a tower moment has moved into the past. So anything that was recently like some kind of a crisis or some kind of a catastrophe is starting to end, moving past it. Moving forward, no longer holding yourself back. You have a wish that comes in. If you're not with anyone right now, you have an air sign coming in, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. You also have a lot of money coming in with the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe a new idea for a business or a new idea career-wise may also come in. And there could be choices and luck around a career change or a new business opportunity. Siba, does he check up on me every day if I'm online or Facebook? No, I don't think he checks every day. Susie, really missing him tonight. Is he feeling the same? %33% chance, yes, he's feeling the same. Stephanie, will I get approved for the child care fund I submitted last week? I'm only getting like a 70% chance, yes. But I gotta tell you that after I flipped the last card, like the next card was going to be this, which would have brought it up to 90. So it's highly likely that you're going to get approved for that.
aspirin regimen. I just didn't listen until I almost lost my life. My doctors again wanted me to take aspirin, and I do.
Mimi, is JDJ thinking about me? I dreamed
Most home
about,
blank can ask for their home project sheet.
um,
That's why at Home Advisor, you can see
all right, let's see.
pay for similar jobs in your area. Start your next home project knowing what you should pay. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
33% chance, yes, they are thinking about you. Mariana, what's the next step in my relationship? Looks a little up and down, so it may get like a little bit more romance may come in, and then you may feel like you got stabbed in the back out of nowhere, and then you may feel like things are not going so hot for a while, but then things rekindle, and then you feel like you got good luck around the situation, and then you feel betrayed, and then you're a little undecided, and you feel like you may need to make choices. And then there's a big argument, but then it's going to be a little up and down. It really is. To be honest, it's going to be somewhat of a roller coaster. That's what's coming up. Jelena, am I wasting time fantasizing? Will me and the Aquarius ever be something more than colleagues? He never contacts me. Guess that means he just doesn't care. Okay, let's see. Well, at this point, you only have a 33% chance that you'll be more than just colleagues. But the Nine of Pentacles is positive. So that kind of brings it up a little higher. Let's see what's going on with him. He's undecided. The Two of Swords. And being that you guys work together, he's not going to do anything unless he's 100% sure, and he's just not sure yet. He feels like he's got choices. He feels like he's a little unstable, or maybe he's not 100% sure that his job there is secure. He also comes off weak, and like he doesn't connect well with his intuition. So this may just be the kind of thing that you have to just give it time. Sometimes, you know, that happens. Sometimes if you just give things time, like it'll work itself out. I don't think that he knows how you feel about him. My suggestion, because you work together, would be to try to cultivate somewhat of a friendship first. Only because, you know, the work thing complicates everything. First of all, it's complicated because of the whole, like, sexual stuff. You know, who is accusing who of sexual crap. But then on top of it, if it doesn't work out or you have a fight and you work together, that's even more awkward, and another reason why people are reluctant to get together with colleagues. So I would try to be friends first and see how that goes. Kira, how is Leroy feeling about how he treated me today? All right, I don't have any idea what happened today, but what it shows here is that he's holding himself back. So that's number one. And then he feels a little bit upside down and a little bit ungrounded. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. The Six of Pentacles is in reverse. And Strength is in reverse. He's feeling very weak right now. So I don't know what happened, but he's feeling weak. And he's feeling ungrounded. That's how he feels. Kira, how will things go at my job this week? Things should go pretty well. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles are all positive signs. Feeling grounded, hard work, use your intuition. Something may come out of the blue around work that's positive. The Sun is here, happiness. There may even be a creative project that you're working on that's nice this week. I think this week goes well. Susie, I feel like he doesn't care that I haven't been in touch. Well, he's pulling back a little bit because he feels like, he's very childish. He acts like a child. He doesn't act like a man. So he's like, it's almost as if he's punishing you. I don't really understand him, but that's how he comes off. He comes off like he's punishing you. And it's almost like he would spite himself to punish you. It's like very childlike. Like not even like teenager, like childlike. Children behave like that. Yeah, he's trying to punish you. Laugh. How will my business do in June? Will I get more clients? Okay. Yes, you will be. You got the Nine of Pentacles, which indicates that you should have an upswing in the amount of money that you're making. Like money should start to flow more in the month of June. Overall, it does a lot better. Christy, is James lying to Avery about talking to other girls? I think he's lying, yeah. Yeah. He's not 100% truthful. Not even close. Siba. Does my spirit guides want me to stop my connection with Pisces? Spirit guides are there for guidance. It's your choice. So we're we're here in this reality where we have free will. So it's our choice, not their choice. They don't want you to do anything. They're just guides. It's always your decision as to whether or not, you decide to pursue something or not. Most of these situations that come up, everything is about learning something. So if you're not ready to give up on something, you're not ready, and then that's it. That's the answer. It doesn't make a difference what anybody says. If you're ready to give up this connection and you're not getting anything out of it, then it's time to give up. I think a lot of times in general, a lot of people just hold on to things that aren't working. It's like it's not working, it hasn't worked on any level, nobody is happy, but yet we're both holding on to it. So that's for you to decide. It's not for them to decide. You have to be comfortable with it. Sometimes a lot of times people will say, is so-and-so coming back, right? Six of Cups shows up and I'm like, yeah, he's coming back. And then the question is, well, do I go back with him? He did this, that, and the next thing. Well, I can't tell you not to go back with him because there may be more that you need to have happen before you can make that decision. You know what I mean? If you're not ready, you're not ready. And sometimes in order to fully understand it and move forward with your life, you have to go back to it. But then in other times, it's like, all right, you're beating a dead horse. All right, so what are you doing here? You're going to continue to beat the dead horse, or you're going to move on with your life? That's your decision, though. Spirit guides can't tell you what to do. My suggestion is to really think about what it is. I don't know what your situation is with this person. What is it really that you're giving up? All right, ask yourself that. What am I really giving up? Is this somebody who 9 times out of 10 doesn't return my text messages? Is it somebody who never shows up when they say they're going to show up? Is it somebody who blows me off for everybody else? Well, then you're not really losing anything by walking away from it. But if you legitimately feel like you have a connection and there's more to come from this person, and this person is active in your life, I wouldn't tell you to give up on it. I mean, I would think that there's more to learn. I'm gonna pull Spirit card though and see what they got to say.
Human and economic. We should take stock of what really is essential.
The Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Good luck.
Public sector, they keep getting it wrong and they keep staying in their jobs. Why? Number 2, civil liberties, obviously essential.
Taisha,
Freedom to petition the
what is my love connection looking like? Okay, let's see what's going on here with love.
speech. Freedom to disagree with the prevailing winds. Well, these rights are inalienable.
All right, if you're not with anyone right now, there is a fire sign around you. A Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, that is somebody that is in your life right now, but you're not looking at them like they're a love interest. You may not even think about them as a love interest, but they're around and they're going to come forward. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship will be moving forward, and it's got money. There's money coming in. There's money coming in around you regardless of what happens in your love life. Empress is here. So I don't know what's happening here with your love life right now. But when the Empress shows up, it's positive. It's love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children when this card shows up, because there's always chance of the birth or conception of a child. There is money coming in. You got money coming in. Now, you also have somebody coming back from your past. It doesn't have to be an old flame or an ex-lover. It just can be anybody from your past. And it doesn't even have to be a love connection right now. It could just be an old friend you haven't seen or spoken to. However, and on the love connection thing, the Judgment card is here, which means that divine intervention has brought the two of you together, or will be bringing the two of you together. Like I said, I don't know if you're with someone right now. If you are, then it's divinely guided. If not, the next person that you meet, it's like you're at the right place at the right time, and things move forward. And it's a strong connection with the Empress. Oh, Brandy. Okay, I'll do yours now. General reading for Brandy in case her phone cracks out. Hierophant. You may be picking up a new spiritual practice. A new spiritual practice or technique or something that's helping you along your way. Something that you're getting a lot out of. Also, you're setting up some healthy boundaries. Laying down the law, cutting through bullshit. You may also be working on a creative project coming up. Life starts to move forward, and you're heading towards success. I think you may be going back to school or starting a new job. Either way, in the near future, you've got money coming in, 10 of Pentacles. So you're either starting a new job, another job, a side business, something that brings money in. And I also think that you're going to school, but that's a different thing. Stephanie, is T thinking of me? I'm worried about seeing me tomorrow. Okay.
We've seen far too many members of the permanent medical establishment make compromise, or at least the appearance of being compromised, ties to big pharma, or maybe even their own political.
Yep. And I think that when he sees you tomorrow, or the next time he sees you, he's gonna try to act cool. You know, like he's got everything under control and like he's in charge, and he's not. He's really going to be dying inside.
You are essential. Your voices, your hard work.
Priscilla, general for the next 30 days.
This is your government. They work for you. Never let them forget that. You've always had more good sense than most of the so-called experts out there who want to order you around and enjoy it. Keep thinking back. Keep questioning.
If you're not with anybody right now, you've got a new love interest coming in that's going to be a soulmate connection with celebration around it. That could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. Use your intuition when you meet this person. They can be very peaceful, and they can bring serenity to your life. It looks like a good connection.
Statistics, epidemiology, and research design at Rockefeller University. He recently posted a video.
Susie, should I still wait for him to contact first?
After amassing nearly 1.5 million views YouTube yanked it for violating the terms you mentioned in the annual. Dr. Witkowski, why do you think there is so much pushback to your line of thinking?
The cards indicate yes, that you should wait, but you have to do with what you're comfortable with.
Well, when you think about this, Dr. Witkowski, there are a lot of reputations.
My future bright. How does my love feel about me and our connection?
All great medical discoveries have come with someone plucking the branch, whether it's in research or in just thinking about proper responses. Is that a reasonable point?
Well, are you in a relationship with this person, like a stable relationship right now? Because there's indecision around it. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like they feel that you are very well balanced. It looks like they feel that you're successful, attractive, loving, kind. But it does look like they may be a little argumentative. I don't know, that could be, just an off day. They think that you're strong, caring. And there's a possibility with the Three of Pentacles for the relationship to grow very deep roots. There also is cause for celebration around this relationship. It's just a little indecision to watch out for. And use your intuition when you deal with this person. Overall, I think things are good. Adriana, what is he realizing about me? He's feeling that you're passionate, well-grounded, and he's realizing that you're very well balanced. It may even be like that you have good karma around you. Like you've put good out into the universe, so you'll be getting good back. And when you realize that about people, you know what they say? You become the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you spend the most time with 5 people that have very high vibrations and that are always like doing the right thing and making really good choices, you'll become that kind of a person. On the other hand, if you spend a lot of time with 5 people that are always doing and making poor choices, then you'll become like that. I think he's starting to realize that you're like a positive influence. Violet. Some details on incoming love interest, okay. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and it would be somebody who comes in out of the blue when you least expect it. They're going to be very passionate, loving, kind, strong-willed, but very respectful. They have a lot of respect for you, and they have a lot of respect for the relationship. They're going to be very well-grounded, totally hardworking, very successful, and very intelligent. Virgo card. So, like, they're going to be one of those, like, people that are really, really smart. Adriana, is he stalking me? He's not a crazy stalker by any stretch of the imagination, but he does check in. He checks in.
It's no way going to do that in the case of this virus. Is that the case in your estimation, and if so, why?
Violet, advice from Spirit for incoming love. Queen of Fire. Confident, warm, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and your creativity. The Wheel, Archangel Michael. A positive time for change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Ace of Water. Falling in love, the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, possibly a new home. You are spiritually connected to those you love. Adriana. Has he ever had a tarot card reading or pick a card about me? I don't think he has, and you know what comes up around it? Fear. I think he may be a little bit afraid. Mimi, does JDJ miss me even though she's not thinking about our connection at the moment?
Understanding that people needed to get out of the house, needed to start their businesses again, needed to go to work again, but there are bureaucrats all over the country. We still have in the blue states, as you know, that are still closed and God knows when they'll open. There's people up there.
Yes. Yes. I think that she does miss you. Adriana, how long has he been having these feelings?
Well, and Laura, you know, I think the message that you were getting through, I think you're so important.
Could be a while. Like it may be off and on for like a couple of years. I don't know that it's always so strong. Sometimes I think it takes a back seat, but it's been like off and on for a couple of years. Allison, why don't DDR let go and leave me alone for good? They will. They will. They're going to come to a point where they're feeling weak and stuck, and then they'll go. Right now, they may be feeling like you're very stable to them, and you're very attractive to them, but it's like soon they feel like they get stuck in a rut. They feel like things are not working or things are not, there's no connection, and then they continue on their way and they kind of leave you alone. They may pop in every now and again just to check in, but I think that they will kind of leave you alone for the most part. TD, general for the rest of the week. It looks like no longer holding yourself back. There may be a lot of fun or festivities, cleaning out the home, hanging out at the home, doing something under quarantine, of course, where else are you going to be at home? There is a chance of somebody returning from your past with the Six of Cups this week. There's also hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Cups is here, a wish, put that out into the universe. Plus you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is money coming in. So it looks like hanging out at home, spending time at home, cleaning out something, working on a project, possibly somebody from your past returns, hard work and money come in. It should be okay the rest of the week. Susie, does he want it to be over? I can accept that. I only get 33% chance that he wants it to be over. I don't think so. Adriana, I've been having so many dreams about him. Why? He's probably been thinking about you. Yeah, he's been thinking about you. You know, like dreams are funny, right? Because sometimes, like sometimes if I have the TV on, I'll have a dream of what's going on. Like I'm not even joking that I had a dream once that I was in one of those Wen commercials because it was on, right? And I was like either just waking up or whatever. And I was like in the dream. I was in the commercial. So sometimes dreams are just, you know, our subconscious is replaying things back. And I feel like, you know, not everything means something. But if somebody has been repeatedly showing up, it's usually because, no, when we're dreaming, the 3 o'clock hour, like that's the time that's the witching hour. Okay, so the reason the most people that practice witchcraft and perform spells usually do it in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning usually, but a lot of times when they know that the other party is sleeping, because that's when their subconscious is open. So he's thinking about you, you're picking it up, that's why it's coming through in dreams. That's why spell work is more effective, or you know, usually when the person is sleeping. Sometimes it's not possible. You know, if you have, you know, if you work a 9 to 5 job and the other person works a night job, sometimes you can't do it when they're sleeping. But that's when it's most, the time is best because they're out and you can kind of get into their subconscious. So anyhow, that's why you're picking him up. Allison, does AT feel about me not going back and forth on social media anymore? Okay. A slowdown. Like she's pulling away and she's sort of stuck because death is in reverse. I don't know what's going back and forth on social media, but if it's airing dirty laundry and drama, she may be thriving off of that, that shit, because some people do. Some people feel like drama keeps them alive, but on top of it, they feel validated if other people agree with them. So say, for example, somebody says, can you believe what she did? She blew me off for my birthday dinner, whatever. And then the other people start chiming in with, oh, what a bitch. You know what I mean? Like they need that validation from the peanut gallery. What does it do for anyone? What does it do for anyone? But she may thrive off that. So my suggestion would be to not participate in it, because that's the only way you're going to win. Don't do it. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. New chapter. Is my mom jealous of me doing tarot, and if so, why? I don't think she's jealous. I think she's interested, though. I don't think she's jealous. These two. They're sleeping next to each other. So cute, but their backs to one another. Mariana, messages from the angels.
There's 3 layers of comfy, cozy, cotton-powered fabric infused with nano-silver technology. Now more than ever, we're going to need face coverings that are breathable and easy to talk through. These face coverings can be used for 30 days with regular wash.
4 of fire. Commitment, contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life. The successful completion of a project. The Knight of Air. Events that occur with great speed. Oh, excuse me. Time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Strength, Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. Kira, general love. Okay, overall, you have a wish that comes in around love. Make it good, put it out into the universe. Judgment card, being at the right place at the right time, good timing, coming to a crossroads, things moving forward, guided by the divine. No longer feeling the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but you may be thinking about things a lot, which is fine. Magician, able to manifest just about anything you want. It looks like you could be moving homes. And you could also be doing a little bit of rest and relaxation. It looks like you guys may have a creative project with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could be a little bit of romance that comes in. Things are okay. Things are good. Or things will be moving forward nicely in the near future. Inez, how will my exam go tomorrow? What grade will I get? Okay, let's see. The test is going to go really well. I'm going to say that you probably will get between an 83 and a 95 or a 94. 83 and 94. I think it goes really well. 2 aces and the 10 of Pentacles.
We think that the medical journal has gone political, and so we cannot
Laugh. Does the Sag still want to offer a relationship? – 70% chance, yes. Josette. Oh, send it with purple hearts. Adriana. Will I be able to understand him deeply in our relationship?
The people of the United States need to know that they have a brilliant president of the United States, and that he needs to keep himself safe and healthy so that he can guide us through this pandemic. He's doing an incredible job. He is saving thousands and thousands of
Yes.
lives.
Overall, yes. There's always going to be moments in time where you're like, I don't know where you're coming from, but overall, yes. Communication and understanding will be good.
We need to start prescribing it immediately.
TD, anything exciting coming my way soon? First card that comes up is the Lover's card. Should be a soulmate relationship coming in. And it should be, you know, I mean, every relationship has its up and downs, but it looks like smooth sailing. It also looks like moving forward. This could be exciting too. Ace of Swords. Laying down the law, cutting through bullshit, standing up for what you know you deserve. You know, a lot of these things, a lot of these relationships we find ourselves into have a lot to do with what we think we deserve and what we're willing to put up with. So when the Ace of Swords shows up, it's like cutting, you know, like putting a line in the sand. This is what I'm going to stand for. I'm not dealing with this, that, and the next thing. So the Ace of Swords is good.
Prescribed by the FDA. It's been used for decades, safe with no cardiac monitoring. With a few studies, you seen are sloppily done.
Anna, I blocked that Michael dude. He called me a lonely, and said I look like a man. Oh my God, what's wrong with this person? Is this the same guy that was drinking at work? Who is this guy? Where did you meet him? Will he try to stalk me on chat rooms or social media? Where did you meet this guy? What a creep. I don't think he'll be much of a problem. And if you blocked him, I think that'll be good enough. What an asshole. New chapter. Is George happy with Catherine? How does he feel about me? Is he happy with me?
What do you know from prescribing it that these doctors don't?
Well, I think that he's content with Catherine. I don't know that he's so much happy with her, but I think that he's like comfortable. There's like he's comfortable there, and I think he's selfish, and that's why he doesn't make a move to leave. You know, he wants to have his cake and eat it too, and as long as he can do that, he will. I mean, he cares very much about you. There's no denying that. And I say this and I stand by it. I 100%, you know, you're not seeing somebody for X amount of time if you don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. Like, he is stuck with her, so to speak. He's not really stuck with her. Look, he can man up and make a decision and he can leave. But he is more stuck with her. He chooses to see you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. Like, he's stuck with her and he's got to man up to leave. But he chooses to see you. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to choose to see you. He has to go home to her. I mean, you know, it's like I have a friend of mine. And he's not that old. I don't know how old he is now. Maybe he's 30. Yeah, you know, not old. And I had done his chart for him, and he was coming to pick it up. And we were sitting in his car talking, and I didn't realize that he got married. He kept referring to her as his partner. He wasn't calling her his wife. And then the phone started ringing. I guess she was looking for him. And he was like, he said to me, and we're just friends. That's it. And we used to work together. He said something like, "Oh, well, I come home every night. What more does she want?" And I'm like, "You just got married, and that's how you're feeling." And, you know, so it's like, that's why, like, when people are like, "Well, am I going to get married? Am I going to get married?" I'm like, just be careful, because just because you're married doesn't equal happiness, you know. And he wound up, he had like a huge wedding, spent a ton of money, and he feels like he made a commitment, and he doesn't, you know, he's just not happy. So, you know, if you look at the situation from another perspective, it's like he may be stuck. He has to do that. He doesn't have to see you. That's a choice that he makes. So, Kira, what can I expect next soon between Leroy and I? Things should move forward nice. It looks, I keep thinking that maybe there's going to be a little trip that comes up. It may not be like a week vacation, but it may be something overnight, or maybe something for the day. Now, if something like this comes up with the Four of Swords, it's usually a relaxing day. But if it's not like, you know, like a trip that's like to Hawaii that like you've been waiting to do your whole life, it comes up as a significant moment in time where it would be like a really good day. Like, you ever have that happen? Like, I went to the beach randomly with two friends in July, and it was just a really good day. Like everything about it was good. Like there was parking right out front, and you know, like the weather was good, and the pizza was good. Like everything was just enjoyable. So that's what comes up, like a really nice time, something that's thoroughly enjoyable. I think it's going to be a good thing. It might not be like, you know, touring Europe, but it's going to be something that's going to be really nice, really enjoyable. So, when to test, June 28th or, okay, let's see, June 28th.
That's why I invented my pill. My patented pill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned. I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress.
July 7th.
So much more. Please help me. You can get only $29.99 with your promo code. If there's 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose.
I would go with June 28th. Good dog. Is it a bad time to tell Susie I've got a crush on her? Let's have a look. No, it's not a bad time. Go for it. I mean, really, Anna, what kind of an asshole, really? Unless the only, I'm not giving him an excuse, but if he is like a nasty drunk, and if this is the guy that was drinking at work, that might explain it. You may not believe this, but years ago, when I used to go out drinking all the time, when I drink beer, like I'm normally a happy drunk, but there were a couple of occasions where I was really nasty, and I'm not normally like that. There's one time, and I remember it, a lot of times like I would kind of black out and not remember these things. But my friend Denise used to always like tell me what to do, like put on your sweater, watch your purse, and I used to get annoyed with her, I guess. So I was drunk one night and I was drinking only if I drink hard liquor, and I was drinking vodka and cranberry, and I put away quite a lot of vodka. I was really drunk, and we took a cab home. We were going to sleep here, and I couldn't get the key unlock the door. And in the cab, you know that song, You Better Knock on Wood? Think you better knock on wood? Well, that was playing in the car, and I guess when I get out of the car and I was trying to unlock the door, she was like, like in my ear, like, what's the matter? Why can't you? And I was going, think you better knock on wood. Fuck you, Denise. And I was just like, and I don't talk like that to people. Anyway, every time we hear that song now, we're always like, fuck you, Denise. I'm not making an excuse for him. He's got no excuse. I had an excuse. She was annoying. But I don't drink like that anymore. Those days are long gone. Long gone. Adriana, has he discovered yet the secret message? No, I don't think he's discovered it yet. Nope, not yet. Kira, what can I expect next between DeJohn and I? You got a wish around the situation. Put that out into the universe. It looks like you lay down the law, right, with the Ace of Swords, and then you may even walk away from this guy with the Eight of Cups. It's going to be your choice. You've got a lot of choices coming up. You're also going to be feeling more well-balanced, more appreciated, and you've got the 10 of Cups, which all 10 cups are full. So you may like lay down the law with him and tell him X, Y, and Z, and then if he doesn't stand up, you may just walk away. He looks like he may be a little bit lackadaisical these days and not really, you know, doing too much, or he may not be coming forward so much. I think if you set him straight. Oh, he's somebody from your past. Well, if you lay down the law with him, you could get some, you know, if you lay down the law and kind of back up from him, he may come forward. And you may have another opportunity with him. Maybe another option. Maria. Love, money, and health. Okay, let's see. Love first. Okay, if you're not with anyone right now, a new love interest comes in. If you are with someone right now, things get romantic or they get a little bit more rekindled. Cause for celebration around your love life. If you're not with anyone right now, fire sign enters. A Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries who's well balanced and has a lot of money. They come in with money. Money. Well, you got money coming in with this new person. Money around you. It looks like you may be feeling a little bit like you put a lot of hard work out there and you didn't see much of a payoff, but soon that's going to change. You have an opportunity here with the Eight of Pentacles, which can be either taking a course, studying as an apprentice, learning some new skill that can make a lot of money in the future. And it doesn't have to be like millions of dollars, but it would be something that you could do on the side in addition to what you already do. However, I think with the 9 and 10 of Pentacles that comes in around the love situation, that helps. So if it's not a new person coming in and you're with someone right now, your current person would be making more money. It's a significant amount when it comes with the 10 of Pentacles. So that's where there's money coming in. Okay, let's look for health now. Overall, health looks pretty good because you've got the Sun card here, which is happiness. And it's like when the sun comes out over your life, it's an excellent card to get in all areas, overall happiness. But it looks like Knight of Swords. You may change something out of the blue that helps. If you have like an issue, I don't know, if you have diabetes, you may cut something out or add something and find that out of the blue it helps. Knight of Swords is something that changes quickly out of the blue, and it's usually for the better. Overall, I think your health is okay. You've got good fortune, and you have the Chariot, which is moving forward nicely with good fortune around it. Chariot also could be a road trip, but not right now. Not in this reading. I think that it's more forward movement. Forward movement and good luck around it. Anna, my dad's spirit's still around me. Why is he bothering me? I'm only getting a 33% chance that he's around you right now. Let's see our spirit cards. Nine of Fire, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. The dreamer, Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. The magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Three of fire, abundance. Things are looking good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. Ooh, excuse me.
If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues,
These two guys are good. All right. Susie, what exactly does he love about me? Oh, I'm a Pisces. Ten of Cups. He's attracted to everything. Your personality, your looks, like Ten of Cups is on all levels. The Emperor is here. Strong personality, kind-hearted. He thinks that you're attractive, creative. The Chariot is here, nurturing, kind. He's attracted to a lot. There are a lot of things that he likes about you. He's just very immature and very selfish. Uh-oh, what happened? Damn, I think that there was one for Slobo that disappeared. Can you send it with purple hearts? Next I have Adriana. Let me know if I missed anybody else. Oh shit, Adriana's just disappeared too. Damn. Adriana and Slobo. And if anybody else I missed, anyone that came after Susie but before Mariana. General for 2 weeks.
These face coverings can be used for 30 days with regular washing, soap, and water, and that makes them not only highly protected, but also colorful.
You are about to enter a personal transformation with the Death card over the next, it's going to be longer than 2 weeks, but over the next 2 weeks it begins. Money comes in, walking away from things that no longer serve you, walking away from arguments and people that have betrayed you. That all moves into the past. Moving towards magic or the power of manifestation, and the world is at your feet. You are also heading off to all 10 cups being full. You're starting on like a personal journey, which is really excellent. Vicky has a question from TD, but I didn't see it yet. So it's Vicky, Slobo, and Adriana, right? That I've missed so far? They've disappeared? Anna, will Jay renew his contract over there? Did he shut down his connection with me because he's still over there? And will he open up while still being over there with his feelings and emotions? Okay, let's see. Did he renew his contract over there? I don't think he's renewed his contract. If he does renew it, I don't think he's done it yet. Did he shut down his contract with me because he's still over there? Yes, that's why right. But he still should have told you. Will he open up while still being over there? If he stays there, he'll open up. But I think he's going to try to come home. I don't think he wants to stay there. I think he wants to come home.
And they posted that on the Facebook page of the police department that released him. Then there's the San Francisco Bay Area man who's been arrested.
Vicky, general for the rest of the week.
Attempted carjacking and assault. Apparently the 7 times the charm because his bail is now $200,000. And it's hard to tell the good guys from the bad guys when everybody's wearing a mask.
Things can change quickly for you this week. You're also about to begin a personal transformation. No longer holding yourself back. Moving forward, feeling much more respected. Some fun, carefree, spontaneous times may be happening this week. I'm feeling a little bit balanced, patient, serene with the temperance card. Should be a decent week. Siba, who's my spirit guides? Well, we have lots of spirit guides. There's ancestors, family members, people that have passed over. Then we have archangels. There's all kinds. So right now you've got Unity, Archangel Sandalphon. Traditional viewpoints and methods, spiritual organizations, seek out like-minded friends. The 7 of Air, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. The 4 of Air, take time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So right now, Archangel Sandalphon is around you.
Well, right now, all things are on the table. We're still trying to decipher.
Darlene, what's coming in for me in the Aquarius? Does he miss me?
Which, you know, it's injury to insult to injury because we lost our parents. Many of us were blessed by the fact that they were in a children's facility. All the dust settled, we found out that not only were our parents.
It looks like there's somebody else around the Aquarius right now. There's a third party here, 3 of Cups in reverse. So he seems somewhat distracted right now. The 10 of Cups is in reverse, which would be a delay when it comes to happiness. And he's not feeling really prepared right now. So I don't know when the last time you spoke to him was, but it doesn't look like, I'm not seeing communication coming in just yet. So that may be a way off. There's a third party here. I think he's a little distracted right now. I'm curious to see where you are with your relationship with him. And do you know about this third party? Josette, will Dre choose me when he makes his decision?
I talked to my mother on March, I saw her last time, March 11th. I gave her a kiss, thinking that I would see her in 2-3 weeks. I told her to keep her spiritual, and then we would see her.
All right, I'm only getting 33%. But I don't know what this decision is. Because the idea of needing to be chosen always sets you up for failure, always. Because when you feel like you need to be chosen, it puts you at like, it's the same thing as like going to a rock concert, right? And you're somebody that's on the floor, you're on the, you know, and then there's the rock star. Choose me, choose me, choose me. It doesn't, I don't know what the decision is he has to make, but anytime you feel like you need to be chosen, you'll always lose and it will never work because the law of attraction doesn't respond that way. Decisions around relationships need to be made mutually. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't choose somebody. You know, it's not like you walk into the grocery store and you're like, I'll have strawberry ice cream instead of vanilla. So I'm not sure what this choice is because it's coming up very low, 33%, which I'm not surprised because, you know, it's like the idea of being chosen or like this idea of needing someone to fight for me. Like, I don't know where all of that stuff comes from, but I hear it all the time. And the way the laws of the universe work, if you feel like you need to be chosen, the law of attraction doesn't respond to that. Like then you don't get it because the need to be chosen gives you more of the need to be chosen. So I'm not sure what the decision is, but that's what's coming up right now.
Vulnerable Americans at elderly facilities across the United States. Even before this, I can't put my own eyes, but at least people are talking about this. But
Witty's screen name is G's energy headed back towards me to offer love. Okay, let's see. Yes, Ace of Cups. The world is at your feet. Yes, you should be hearing from this person relatively soon.
We want to help make right now sound a little bit better. So we're opening up SiriusXM for you. Stream now for free.
Adriana, how will my life be with him by my side?
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Peace and Dreams.
Overall good. Feels like you make it to the top of the mountain and you feel very well respected. You should be happy.
The Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night
New chapter. How accurate was the reading that I did for my sister today? How did it go? Okay, let's see. I think it went well. Passion, well prepared, well balanced. Things move forward well. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain. I think you did well.
Have you ever seen something so beautiful that all you could say was, wow? Or walked on the world's best beach at a place that made you feel like you were in a dream, where family
Violet. General reading for 2020. June 2020. Things move forward nicely. Well, this could also be a road trip in June. But if you're not planning on a trip, this would be life moves forward nice. Things are moving ahead. It probably has something to do with business because you have the 10 of Pentacles here, which would be a large sum of money coming in. Plus you have victory, success and victory. Something that you feel passionately about and leaves you feeling very balanced. June should be good. Silver. Love, general message. Any special lady coming into my life. Yes. Okay. You're feeling prepared for love. Slow and steady wins the race. You've got a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and you feel like you finally can breathe a sigh of relief when you meet this person. There's magic around the situation. Water sign.
Low prices, easy to use website, huge selection of parts, and fast shipping.
Each year, Americans waste over $21 billion
By overpaying on car insurance. Enter the Zebra.
Another car insurance ad?
No, the Zebra compares them all and shows you you can actually see.
Priscilla. General reading for the month of June.
Somewhere along the way, Western boots got too expensive, and the styles? Handcrafted, high-quality Western boots for a reasonable price. Find your pair at Dakota's.
You peed on yourself? You know what I did once? I came home and I peed on the toilet with the seat down. That was good. I don't drink anymore. Not like that, but. Month of June. The month of June looks good. You have stability around work, feeling deeply rooted, feeling very prepared. All 10 cups are full. You may have some romance coming in if you're not with anyone right now. Could be an air sign around you. Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Cause for celebration this month. It looks like it's a pretty good month.
America's four-legged heroes.
Adriana, when will he discover the secret message?
Who protect our military.
trust your dog will make it through.
Heroes.
It may be sometime this summer. or 2 months from now. So maybe like sometime in the middle of July. Adriana, does he still have all the gifts I gave him?
Saying that they don't agree to substantive changes at the WHO on the transparency and all these other issues we brought up with Taiwan having a seat at the table. They will keep this money frozen for the next.
Yes, I think he does.
That is big news. I will get into more of that tomorrow night. Up next, Shannon Brady.
Nicole, what is Jeff thinking about since we last talked?
We will pick it up right there, Laura. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
The president announcing he is taking hydroxychloroquine as a pledge. Critics call it
Lovers.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi
He's thinking about it a lot. He's definitely thinking about it a lot. He's got some anxiety around this situation. I don't know what you talked about, but he's prepared, or he's preparing himself. He wants to be happy. This guy wants to be happy. Anna, what do my coworkers think of me? Okay, once again, when we ask about a group of people, it's very general because, you know, you always have one person that's got an asshole. Like, you know, I always use the example of yoga. Because the classes that I teach, you know, it's pretty packed, that studio. So I can have a class of 40 people, right? And like 38 can come out and they love the class. And then 2 people have a problem. It was too hot. The music was too loud. The music wasn't loud enough. I wanted to do this. So there's always going to be someone that's got a complaint. But, let's see, overall, your coworkers think that you're creative, well-prepared, hardworking. They think you're a nice person, relatively easy to get along with, funny, genuine, and overall they like you. But like I said, somebody can always have a, you know, someone's always got to be a negative Nelly.
The subject of numerous studies with varying degrees of effectiveness, the president said today he's willing to take the risk before adding that he's not alone.
You'd be surprised at how many people are taking it, especially the front line.
Araceli,
Before the capture.
will Jay's situation at work end in his favor? Okay, let's see.
In a statement, the president's doctor said after numerous discussions he and I had regarding the evidence for and against the use of hydroxychloroquine, we concluded the potential benefit from treatment outweighed the relative risks. Based on the Michael Flynn case,
Yes. I mean, there's a whole lot of anxiety around the situation, but the son promises success.
They would work on a subpoena authorization related to the Pfizer abuse in the Obama administration.
Adriana,
Authorization would cover documents, communications, testimony.
what does he think it will turn out on a tarot card or pick a card reading about me?
And others. Attorney General William Barr says he doesn't expect Attorney John Durham's probe into the FBI's decision-making in the Russia probe to lead to criminal investigation.
He doesn't know, but he gets worried that either a third party or betrayal may be shown. He just gets nervous. It's kind of funny. Some people, though, they get nervous, like the idea of like tarot cards or anything like that just scares them. I had a friend, I mean, over the years, like me and all of my friends, we used to go see, some of us more than others would see like anybody just to, you know, to get somebody else's opinion. But there was one group of friends that I used to go to, and the woman that I see now, like she used to have a place that was here, like right around the corner from where I live, like 5 minutes. She doesn't have that place anymore. Now I have to go to New Jersey, but, and there were other women there. Like she wasn't the only person that worked there, so you could see other people. And a bunch of us would go, and there was one girl who never would go and get a reading. She was just petrified of it. She's like, well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and I'll find out then. She was petrified. She would come there, she would sit there with us, but she would never have a reading done.
To be frozen. So again, recapping, Shannon, money for the WHO, the World Health Organization.
Slobo, I did a love spell on him. Is it going to work soon? Love spells, all spells usually work within 3 months, but they usually take some time, depending on what kind of a spell you did. Jar spells take a long time. They're slow and steady. Candle magic can work a little faster, but the results can also burn out quicker. But usually, You got to give it some time before it'll work. So let's see.
Hey, Shannon, despite the controversy surrounding the drugs work, and medical researchers are progressively evaluating.
Yes, it's gonna work, but it could take a couple of months. For real. I mean, there is only once, and I say it all the time. One time I did it for this guy. I swear to God. I mean, he was just aligned with what he wanted, and he knew what he wanted. He was adamant he was going to get it, and it was a love spell. I did it on Friday. I'm not even kidding you. He sent me a message Sunday morning saying that she showed up Saturday night. I'm like, I can't. That's never happened to me in all the years I've ever done this stuff. Never did the person show up the next day. And they've been together ever since. Crazy. And that was the only once that it happened like that. Normally that doesn't happen. It takes time. Anna, how can I be a better sister with Jose cancer 35 years? Okay. Oh my God. It's so unnecessary to go that fast. I'm one of those old ladies that's going to start yelling out the window. It looks like you're actually a very good sister. You have good luck around this situation. You have a lot of love here. Judgment is here. So this is like you're already on the right track. I think being kind, open, understanding, listening, that kind of thing makes you a good sister, but I think you're already a good sister. You seem to be on the right track. Judgment is here. Your relationship is like guided by the divine.
Provoking a significant immune response, and they could start the last phase of clinical trials by July.
I think always what helps in situations like that when you want to have a better relationship is really trying to understand the other person and like being open, like just being open to what's going on and the possibilities. You know, like sometimes people have ideas of the way things should be, like like the idea of cheating, right? Somebody said in the chat room the other day, well, cheating is never right, what the fuck? I'm not condoning it and saying that it's right, okay? But what I'm saying is that if you look at people, if you look at the situations that some people are in, and you understand why people are doing things that they're doing, and you're open to why things happen, sometimes it makes sense. For example, a friend of mine had, he's gay, and they were just friends, and it was an older man that he was friends with, and he was gay, but he was married, and his wife was very sick, and he would not leave his wife. She was very sick, and he was just, his loyalty was to his wife. He was a gay man who was having an affair. I don't think he spoke to his wife about being gay. Chances are, being in a relationship with married to somebody for that long, she probably knew it. She probably could sense it. But he would not leave his wife. He was gay, having a relationship with a man, and he would not leave his wife. When you understand that situation, you don't really judge it, because how do you judge it? I mean, this woman was going to die. He was there taking care of her. You can't condemn him for that. But on the other hand, she is going to die, and he's a gay man who deserves to be happy too. So, look at that situation. So you understand why people do some of the things they do when you really understand where they're coming from. And I think that that's what helps relationships. When you're not, judging people for, what it is. Like, well, why don't you just leave her? Well, because she's very sick. So now some sicknesses, what happens if she wasn't going to die for 5 years, 10 years? I believe she had MS, I think it was. And he loved her. As a human being, he loved her. So, what do you say? Who's right? Who's wrong? I think that the guy is a good guy for doing that. I don't think, you know what I mean? I think he's a good guy. Somebody else could have walked out and left. Anyhow. Siba. Did A and B buy a house, and how did it go? Okay, let's see. Did they buy a house? I don't know if they bought the house yet. They may be trying to buy a house, but I'm not getting any aces here, which would indicate to me that they have not bought the house yet. Maybe they're having trouble. Maybe there's trouble around it.
Yeah, I'm feeling there are going to be a lot more questions. Rick Lattimore, thank you.
Araceli, things to watch out until the end of the month. Somebody may come in out of the blue who you haven't seen or spoken to in a while. Keep your eyes out for that.
Following the president's announcement tonight, a lot of people are weighing in.
Darlene, I know about the other person, but does he miss me and think about me?
He's our president, and I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientists, especially in his age.
Yes, 33% chance, yes.
Weight group that is morbidly obese, they say.
All right, Dr. Jackson, you were his doctor, so I'll let you kick us off with this one.
Baby Lavender, when will I get to hook up with the new guy?
Our full-time job, which is driving this country into the ground, and let the president's physician work with the president to decide whether or not it's appropriate for him to be taking hydroxychloroquine.
It may happen, if it doesn't happen in the month of July, then it will happen this fall. But I'm thinking the month of July.
And he's taking this prophylactically. And, it makes perfect sense based on what's going on.
Francesco, what would happen if I told my true feelings to Anne? Now, the timing is not good right now because the tower is here. I would hold off. Right now, we have a couple of planets that are in retrograde. Venus is retrograde, Jupiter. Can't remember if Saturn is. Saturn may be too. You know what? Let me just look. Mercury's going to go as well. So now is not really the best time for that kind of stuff.
Well, Dr. Camosi, I mean, you examine ethics and, moral decisions in the biomedical field and all kinds of things. And there were critics out there saying, listen, people listen.
All right, we've got Venus retrograde, 21 degrees Gemini, right on my ascendant. Oh, man. Jupiter is retrograde, 27 degrees Capricorn. Saturn is retrograde, 1 degree of Aquarius. Pluto is retrograde, 24 degrees of Capricorn, which is very close to Jupiter. So that's pretty much conjunct with Jupiter. Now would not be a good time. I would advise not to do it, not right now.
Let's let the science decide, not the politics.
Okay, good advice for everyone.
Josette, did Dre's XK put a sex spell on him?
This is something that I think that the president is the most transparent president in our history. He's very forthcoming with everything. So like I said, my coverage,
I don't think so. Julie, will Rich and I still go to Disney World this year? Oh man. I'm only getting a 33% chance. Florida is funny because if you're if you're in Florida, you may be able to go. That could probably go up. But if you're not in Florida, you got to go quarantined. Especially if you're coming from New York, they don't want us down there. 33% chance is kind of low. If you're not in the state of Florida, I would say chances are low that it's going to happen. I don't know if you have it planned yet. I don't know what is going on. Like people that have planned vacations and cruises and stuff like that. I don't know. This is craziness. I'm not confident in that trip. 33% chance. It also could mean that it's not here yet. And it may go higher. Like if you plan on going like October, November, December, the percentage can go up as we get closer, because I would assume that by then things would be okay, but who the hell knows? Violet, my health in 2021. Overall, it looks pretty good. You got the Lovers, you got a Wish, and you have Success. You know, it's not to say you couldn't get a cold or suffer from seasonal allergies, but it looks like things are pretty good. You have good fortune, good fortune around it. Josette, how is Dre feeling today, and what is his mood? His mood is like he's walking away from everything. That's everything in general. Not like one thing. It's like he may be feeling like a little bit overwhelmed today. He feels like Star is in reverse, Success is in reverse, Respect is in reverse. Today is not a good day. Ungrounded, unnerved, upside down. I don't think he's in the best mood today. Adriana, what will he think and feel when he discovers the secret message? He may feel a little bit unprepared. He may feel a little bit upside down, but overall balance, patience, compassion, peacefulness comes in, and perseverance. So he may be shocked at first, and then he's, and then he feels good about it. Stephanie, what special gifts do I have and how to enhance it? Balance. So balance comes up, which may not sound like it's a gift, but it really is a gift to be a balanced person, because so many people are all over the place and they can't like settle on one thing, or they're very indecisive. Balance. You're also very intuitive, and you're also very smart. So you have a couple of things here that come up initially. So with the balance thing, that's not really something that you need to enhance. That's just what you are. You come off as very well balanced. Intuition, there's so many different things. I should make a video on the intuition thing, because a lot of people ask about that. Different things that you can do to enhance your intuition, but you have to be open to it. Because, when you become intuitive, like, you pick up bad things as much as you pick up good things. And I think that bad things, I think that the feeling is a little bit stronger. Like, you may be able to feel them stronger at first than the good things. So be prepared for that. But it also seems like you're very detail orientated. I don't know. Very detail orientated, very precise, and somewhat of a perfectionist. So you can go a lot, enhance, like those are things that don't even really need to be enhanced, because those are just things like characteristics that come up in you. But if you really wanted to work with your intuition, I would start off with things like when the phone rings or when the text message goes off, try to think about who it feels like before you answer or look to see who it was. You can also play around with like just pulling cards. Like, does the card feel like it's going to be a black card or a red card, and see how that feels. What are some of the other things? There's so many different things you can do to enhance your intuition. People suggest meditation. If that's not for you, then I'm okay with that, because I find it hard to meditate. But you can work with the power of visualization, can also help intuition. Journaling can help intuition. Writing things out that you want to happen as if they've already happened can also help with intuition, because there's a fine line between intuitiveness and law of attraction. Like, what comes first? Law of attraction? Are you calling it into you, or do you know it's coming in? Because they can kind of work one in, you know, they can kind of be one in the same, sort of. So I would say work with your intuition. Once you start doing like simple little things, like you'll be amazed at how fast things start coming up. Like I knew that was going to happen. Or you can do things like, this is fun too. I used to do this with my yoga classes. When they were going into Shavasana, I would tell them, you know, like imagine a yellow car, but not any yellow car. It's got to be an old classic car. So it's got to be like a 1969 Camaro or a 69 Firebird, or it's got to be an old car, a classic car. And I would say to them, smell it. Smell the way the old car smells. Like when you're sitting in the car, what does it smell like? Can you smell the exhaust? Can you feel what the steering wheel feels like in your hand? Can you see the shifter on the floor? Put your hand on the shifter. And I would walk them through this meditation. See it, feel it, hear it, taste it. You can't taste a car, but you can smell those fumes. And then I would tell them, okay, now let it go, forget about it, and leave. And when they would leave, you would forget about it, because you're just not that, an old yellow car is just not that important. It's not that important. You're going to forget about it. Law of detachment. And then I would say, and then when you come back tomorrow, tell me where you saw the yellow car. And most people would come back and see the yellow car. Some of my students would send me emails, or they would text me with pictures. So I was working at one studio, and around the corner there was a garage, and I knew that it had a yellow Firebird, but I didn't think of it at the time. And we did this meditation. So the week later, the woman comes back and she goes, you know, I totally forgot about the yellow car and I didn't see one. And she's like, and then I was on my way here today and I made a right turn by the gas station, and there was a Firebird there. And I was like, oh, the yellow Firebird, yes. So you can do things like that, because that's like, it's law of attraction, but it's also sort of like psychic intuition, and those things are so much fun. I have a whole thing on my channel about the pineapples and the penises, summer of 2018, I think it was. Anyway, long story. If you're interested, you can see it on my channel. But anyhow, that's what I would suggest. Work with your intuition. Anna. Oh, a reading for Sonia. Thank you. I will get to Sonia. Araceli, how did Rob feel about Julio's text? How did Rob feel about Julio's text?
Looking at thousands and thousands of their phone calls, even if it's not criminal, there's going to be repercussions. And I don't think the framers would have wanted at least the people to pay some kind of price at the ballot box and Joe Biden.
I don't know. It felt like he held himself back. I don't think that it was something that sat right with him. It was something that is kind of rubbing him the wrong way, I think. It's something that's not sitting right, or he feels a little bit threatened, or like he's being held back in restraints. Nicole, how much of a role does his mom play in his choices? Well, you know, there's indecision here, and it's also the Emperor in reverse. So she may be really controlling and manipulating, Emperor in reverse. And that makes him feel a little bit unsure of his own decisions. But I think at the end of the day, he knows he's got to make the choices that are right for him. Him and his mom may fight a lot about this, about shit. Yeah, Emperor in reverse to me is like a controlling, manipulating person who's trying to, like, who will stop at nothing to get their way. And that scares me when that comes up, because people that are very empathic will be manipulated very easily by somebody like that, because they feel bad and they're easy to manipulate, and it's shitty, but that's what happens. He's got to use his intuition a little bit more, and not allow that to happen. If that's, you know, if you agree with that she can be a little bit controlling and manipulating. Anna, when he comes back to the USA, will he be done with working overseas then?
Well, first of all, Flynn is not just an isolated incident. He also had
70% chance, yes. So if he's not done, he's almost done. Yeah, I don't think he wants to be overseas anymore. I really don't. Susie, when will he contact me next, and will it be a message? Okay, 2 to 12 days, you get contact. Let's see if it'll be a message. It'll be a message, yes. Stephanie,
Well, and there are questions tonight about whether the Senate Judiciary Committee will.
what's it something that T would like to tell me that he's scared to say? Everything. That he's sorry for being an asshole. Let's see. Right here, holding himself back and no perseverance. He's also afraid that there's going to be fighting. That's why he's trying to avoid fighting. He would apologize. He would tell you that he knows that he was wrong. He knows he's wrong. He knows he's wrong. And he would tell you that he thinks that you deserve better than him. You do deserve better than him. And he's regretful. I think he's sorry. I think he is sorry for the way that this all went down. Not making an excuse for him because it's not right what he did. Adriana, does he get jealous of Fernando regarding me? A little bit, yeah. Not crazy jealous, but he takes notice, or he crosses his mind. Anna, my love spell, is it in the process of working for me and Jay?
Thank you.
Yep, it's working. Usually takes like 1 to 3 months. Usually, that's usually the time frame. Adriana, why does he get jealous of every man that approaches him? Well, he takes notice. He takes notice. He likes you. You got the 2 of Cups here. You also have cause for celebration around the relationship. He gets mildly nervous. You know, like 9 of Swords in reverse isn't crazy nervous. He doesn't have a mental breakdown, but it does upset him, or he notices. He takes notice. Susie, if I do a love spell, will it work, or can you do it? I can do it. I don't know if I can do it this week though, because I gotta wait and see if the candles come. You get a 70% chance it works. There's also indecision around the situation. So if you want to do it this week on Friday, Friday is the day to do it because it's the day of Venus. I probably have videos on my channel if you wanted to do it. Follow one of those. I do have one. I definitely do, where I use a big red candle. I don't normally use those because they take a really long time to burn through. And sometimes if you don't get good quality candles, it's the candle, not the spell. So that's why I like the smaller ones better. I feel like they work better. But you can use a red candle. If you can't get red, I'll use green because that resonates with the heart chakra. Pink is okay. White is also fine. And do it on Friday. I definitely have a video on my channel if you wanted to follow that. That would be fine. My suggestion is I don't blow the candle out. If for some reason I need to leave, I'll extinguish it, like I'll snuff it out. Some people, what they'll do is take like a big pot, fill the pot with water and put the candle in there. God forbid the candle were to, the glass were to break and the fire would go out because it's in water. Some people leave them burning. I don't leave mine burning. If for some reason I need to leave the house, although lately I've been home, so I'm not leaving, and I'm just letting them burn out. But because I've had crazy shit happen. I mean, I lit a candle once and the flame went. I mean, I've had crazy shit happen, so just be careful.
It's important to know that you're staying safe at home.
I've had glass break, I've had glass shatter, I've had a lot of shit happen. Candles turn black.
Provide one-on-one
April, general.
essential home care services for our senior loved ones. At Visiting Angels, personal home care is our passion. We're here for you. Is your body storing fat more easily? Do you suffer from a lack of energy? Or the draining side effects of restless sleep?
Your intuition is heightened. Stay connected to your intuition. Being prepared, working with your intuition. You have a relationship around work that's very stable and money starts to come in. You could get a raise or there could be something nice around work, a bonus, something like that. You have a wish that comes in too. Watch out for something that's a little heartbreaking that happens around you. You may feel like somebody stabbed you in the back, maybe somebody that you trusted pulled some kind of a bizarre stunt. But overall, you've got some carefree times coming in. This also could be starting a new journey or embarking on a new journey. Generally speaking, the Fool is a nice card to get. Fun, carefree, spontaneous times. Allison, how does AT currently feel about me and the silence? She feels a little bit unbalanced, a little bit argumentative, perseverant, and she's not going to hold herself back. I think that she kind of thrives a little bit off of fighting, and I think that she's looking for a good fight. She may reach out to you soon. I don't think that she likes the silence because I think she likes drama. Araceli, what's JR think of Julio? How will he act after they talk? I don't know if he cares for Julio. Lovers is in reverse. Hangman is here, which is feeling stagnant. Six of Swords in a situation like this would be one person pulling away from the other. So I'm not sure what their relationship is, but it doesn't look great. There's also indecision around the situation. Adriana, how will he feel when he gets to kiss me?
When a patient comes in for their free consultation, oftentimes they're not happy with their dentures. Dental impact procedures are more permanent.
Like he made it to the top of the mountain and he can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
I can now eat whatever I want. It's
Sonia, could you shed light on what happened to me on May last year, 2019? It was really black magic that was put on me by age to make me leave work. And if so, is it out of me or was it something else? Wait a minute, let me read that again. What happened May last year, 2019, was it really black magic? Excuse me, that was put on me by H to make me leave work. If so, is it out of me or was it something else? I don't get the question. You think that somebody put black magic on you and that made you walk out on your job? Is that what it is? And what was it something else? Oh, is it out of me? Is the black magic out of you? Can you just clarify that before I go any further? Because I don't want to answer it wrong. Somebody put black magic on you by age to make you leave work. And is the black magic out of you? Or was it something else? I just want to make sure I got that right. Maria, general love.
vulnerable. Cody here. So it was no surprise last week when 1.2 million Californians who are aged, blind, or disabled and living on the edge, clinging to government benefits.
Slow and steady wins the race, but if you're not with anyone right now, you have a new interest coming in. If you are with someone right now, slow and steady wins the race, but your current relationship gets a little bit more romantic. If you're not with anyone right now, you got a fire sign coming in. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This person's going to be pretty grounded, pretty down to earth, very strong, possibly a Leo, well balanced. They may have some money too, and they're going to be perseverant. There may be a Leo, but they're going to be perseverant. Strong personality. Stephanie, how to better my relationship with my son and make it strong, and what does he think I lack? Okay. I don't know how old he is, but it looks like he thinks that you're well balanced. 6 of Pentacles, and he also thinks that he's got a lot of respect for you. It also looks like maybe you hold back a little bit too much. I'm a big fan of being open and honest. Like, that's my thing, and I think that being open and honest and telling people the truth is always better than trying to either sugarcoat things or tell them what they want to hear. Because especially kids are very intuitive. If he's very young, kids are so intuitive, they know what's going on. So I think that being honest with him and about everything, if he asks questions, I would be honest, as best you can with, like, I don't know how old he is, but like with a little kid, because it looks like you do have a strong bond with him. He thinks that you're very creative. He thinks that you're incredibly smart. He thinks that you're very prepared and like you're funny and kind. I don't think if you asked him, he would think that you lacked anything. I think that he thinks that you're perfect. But I also think that kids usually see their parents that way until they get to a certain age where then they think that their parents can't do anything right. I don't think he's there yet. But I think that your relationship with him is pretty good. And I just think that being open, honest, and there is going to keep your relationship with him good. I don't think he thinks you lack anything. I don't. The Empress. And the Empress is like a Roman goddess, and that's sort of how he looks at you. And they always say that about sons, that sons always look at their moms, and daughters their fathers. So I don't think he thinks you like anything. I think that just keeping the lines of communication open, spending time, being there. I think that spending time with kids is really like underrated. And I think in this day and age, well, maybe not now because we're all stuck at home, but school and baseball and this and that, and then back and forth, and not really spending time together. I think that kids remember that, and I think that that's really important. Just spending time, like doing something that he wants you to do, even though you may really not want to do it. Like, my younger nephew is 4. Well, no, he's 5, but he was 4 at the time. And he's got, somehow, this is a very long story, we started collecting El Caminos. It's like the funniest car ever driven or ever made. But we started collecting them for him. And it happened like so stupid. Like, he was just happened to be standing by the Christmas tree. He was 2 at the time, and he was holding just holding a car. And I was like, what do you got there? And he showed it to me. I'm like, what is that, an El Camino? And it was an El Camino. So from that point on, like, we just started collecting them. So at one point I got him a, the kind that you put together. Well, oh my God. I thought it was going to be like a body, and then you just like put the wheels on. I didn't realize it had all these fucking little pieces. And I opened the box and I was like, oh my God, this is above my head. So he started, like, I had it at his house, and like he'd keep asking, can we work on the El Camino? Can we work on the El Camino? And then finally, when my father was there, my father started putting it together. Model car, that's what they call it. And it's not done yet, but like, they don't forget, because like he keeps asking, can we work on the El Camino? So I think spending time doing things that you might not want to do, but that he really wants to do, I think that's the kind of stuff that they remember. But I think you're on the right track. So, Elena, who's the guy coming back from my past? You have a fire sign coming in from the past. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Could be somebody who has been traveling around recently, to water, by water, around water, or maybe somebody who's been overseas. They come back, they don't hold themselves back. This is the kind of thing. Ace of Cups is in reverse. I don't think it's a love connection. I think it's just somebody that it could be a friend or somebody that you become friends with. Six of Cups, there you go. Six of Cups is somebody returning from the past. That's what it is. It's also nostalgia from the past. But people always think that this is an old flame. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody that is, like somebody that you went to elementary school with. Now all of a sudden you run into them in the grocery store, and like maybe you become friends or you have something in common. It doesn't have to be an old flame. It doesn't have to be an old lover. It just needs to be somebody who you knew up from the past. And this has shown up in my life several times, where I wound up with guys who I was never with before. They were just people that I knew of from before. So keep that in mind. And one of the relationships, we were never anything. We weren't lovers, friends. We were just friends. I knew him in high school. We weren't friends then. We met up again and we became friends. So with Six of Cups, it doesn't have to be an ex-lover or an old flame. Emily, general. Somebody comes in out of the blue that you never thought you were going to hear from again, or that you haven't heard from in a while. Makes you feel very well grounded and balanced. Could be an air, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. It also looks like you may have some travel to water, by water, or around water. Maybe dealing with a little bit of anxiety, but it's not that big of a deal. It'll move into the past. Try using some breathing techniques to get rid of that anxiety, or doing physical activities should help. You're also about to embark on a personal transformation with the Death card. Feeling the weight of the world slip off your shoulders and starting to feel a little bit more balanced. You also have some good fortune around you. The Wheel of Fortune is like good luck. Uh-oh, the TV went off. I don't like when the TV is on.
Menu, home, press down arrow for programs. Press right arrow to browse menu options. Press select.
I don't know why it's got to say this stupid shit. All right, Sonia, what I'm going to ask. Was black magic put on Sonia in May of 2019? I don't think it was black magic. I don't know what happened. I don't really understand what happened, but I don't think it was black magic. Adriana, will he tell me when he discovers the secret message? Not right away. Not right away. It may take a while. Let me do Snow, because she's been at the last couple and I haven't gotten to her. Is the ex-young Aries guy still keeping my mobile number? Yes.
surprise pack.
Yes. Oh, there's no moderators here? Yes, Adriana, please. Thank you. Josette, should I reach out to him or wait for him to text? Should I reach out to him? I would wait another day or so. And I would say if you don't hear from him by like Wednesday, then reach out. Josette, am I on his mind today? Yes, you are, definitely. I mean, you would think it. Pick up a phone. These guys. Malika, what's next for Michael and I? You may do something fun out of the blue. All 10 cups here are full. The judgment card is here. Feeling like you're guided by the divine. There may be some balance, patience, compassion coming into the relationship, feeling serene. And the Hierophant, you may pick up a spiritual practice that both of you get a lot out of in the near future. I think things look pretty good. Wait a minute, let me see what I have heard some of the things.
I think we are, and for them to say that it is a dirty trick is, I think, probably true for sure. That's not even know. And it certainly leaves open the distinct possibility that there may be others other than Biden and Obama who are charging crimes and all this, which would be after all we've been through when President Trump and others who worked around it.
Allison, is AT Soul going to try coming back to me in the future? Every reader sees it, but I want to know why she tries and when. Okay, let's see. Well, if this person is really, it has the narcissism that you say she does, is that the person? I can't remember. I know that I was dealing with somebody who had a very narcissistic girl around. Then she will come back when she doesn't have someone to feed off of. So they always have to have somebody to feed off of. You know, like they need their supply. It's like a drug. They're addicted to it. They need to be able to manipulate someone and have them do what they want. They need the drama. They need to feel like they're special. They need to feel like they're in control. And if they're not getting that from the person that they're with, then they're going to move on to somebody else, or they're going to go back to somebody that they used to do it to, because that's how they function. If this is truly somebody who has this narcissism problem, I mean, I don't know her personally, and I can't diagnose somebody, but from what I've seen in the past, it doesn't have nothing with somebody who's narcissistic has anything to do with love. They don't feel love. They want to be in control, and they want to put out a facade to people that my life is perfect, everybody loves me, don't you wish you were me? That's when she's going to come back. When she's not getting what she needs from whoever it is she's with, she'll be back. Yes, she's going to be back. And it could be sometime this fall. The thing is that the only way that you will ever win with a person like that is to ignore them. You can't, there's nothing else that you can do. You can't hurt somebody that doesn't feel emotional pain. There's nothing that you can do to hurt them. They don't feel pain. They don't care. They will tear you up because they can't feel your pain. So be careful. Those people are dangerous in that way. You know how, like, if you have a fight with somebody and then you feel bad for the things that you said, you know, like if you fight with whoever, narcissistic people they lack that part. They don't feel bad. So you can't win with them. I would stay far away. If this is the same person that we were discussing before, that had that.
The good news to take from that is apparently in a lot of states, if you do want to test,
And the narcissism is on the rise because of fucking social media. Like, you have no idea. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Like, people, their life revolves around social media. And what did he think of my picture? And what did he think about this? And what did he think? And how many likes do I get? And I mean, it's really turned a lot of people into, it's like, not everybody cares. You know what I mean? But, you know, you would think that it would be with younger people, but it's not with younger, it's with all people. Like, I have people that are like in their 50s, you know, and they're like, well, I posted a picture. Did he see it? Or what did he think? And I'm like, oh my God, we can't communicate through social media. It's destroying relationships, but it's also feeding into people who are narcissistic because they want to know how many likes did I get and did everybody see it and what do they think of this. They put up a facade. It's not true. What's going on is not true. They just want you to believe it's true. And if they upset you, that's even better. That was Allison. I am at Anna. Can you explain how it is working? The way love spells work is that it's similar to a prayer. So when you, whatever it is that you're doing, some people do jar spells, some people do candle spells. It's setting the intention at the time, just like you would with a prayer. People go into a church, they light a candle. It's the same thing. Setting your intention, putting it out into the universe and feeling it, feeling that in your gut. Put that you're sending this out into the universe, that this is what my intentions are. And the way it works is, usually when people are sleeping, their subconscious is open. So it's a little bit easier to put, you know, you're not doing anything like, you know, like tying a rope around their neck and pulling them out of their bedroom and stealing them and kidnapping them. You're just putting the idea out there that, you know, this is how things used to be, or this is what could be, or wouldn't it be nice if, and putting that out into the universe as like a wish or a prayer. It's very similar to praying, only it's with a candle. Most people don't light a candle every time they pray, but it's basically the same thing. The way I do it, I dress it with oil and herbs because those are things that I picked up along the way. I incorporate the elements of crystals, water, incense, and fire with the candle. And then spirit, you know, asking for what I want, putting it out into the universe, writing it on the petition. It's very ritualistic. You write down what you want on the petition and then you light the petition on fire, you scatter the ashes. So it's like putting the energy out into the universe quick to get what you want, similar to a prayer. That's what it does. And depending on how the candle itself burns can tell you a lot about how, you know, what's happened. If the candle turns black, like I had one, it was a white candle and the whole shit turned black. I mean, the whole thing. And I said to the person that I did the candle for, I was like, listen, there's a lot of negativity here. There's a lot of resistance here. My suggestion would be to pull your energy way back and give this time and don't do anything else. And immediately her response to me was, tell me what to do about the resistance. And I'm like, you're just not getting it. You know, like, you can't... like the candle is telling us there's negativity here. The candle is telling us the time is not right. We can't, we gotta go with the flow of what's working, you know, like the path of least resistance. So give it space, give it time, and then, well, tell me what to do. Like, I can't, there's nothing to do. But some people, they just don't get it. So, sometimes candles break. If a candle breaks, it's an indication that the glass breaks, not a good indication. If there's a lot of wax that's stuck to the glass, that's showing a lot of resistance. If the candle like tunnels and only the center of the candle burns and there's a lot of wax on the side, not a good indication. The best thing is that you want it to burn totally clean. No smoke, no black around the top, no wax on the side, no wax on the bottom would be perfect. Usually I kind of rate them like 75% happy with this, 80% happy with it when I look at them. If anything is like really terrible, I'll suggest, you know, that we don't do anymore, at least right now, because there's too much resistance. Resistance comes from things like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? He hasn't called yet. He hasn't called yet. He hasn't called yet. All of this is building resistance. It's pushing it further and further away. So, like I always tell people, detach. Get busy doing something else. Pick up a hobby. Like read a book or learn something that really takes brain power. You know, where you really have to take your mind off of thinking about this. So if you know, people that don't listen will continue to create that resistance, because when something isn't working and they're stuck and focused on it, then it just builds more resistance. And then we see it in the candle. Like I said, it was a white candle, the whole thing turned black. I mean, the whole candle was black. The candle wax turned gray because there was so much black in it. So that was extreme. They usually don't happen like that. But anyhow, so anyway, that's the way it works. Josette, does Dre think that I'm seeing another man? Okay.
Thank you so much. Let's watch the structure of grateful to be with Peter from Washington, Virginia. It's not automatic to severe
I don't think so. He's definitely curious as to why he hasn't heard from you, but I don't think he thinks that you're with another man.
Text info to 20808 to learn how you could leave your psoriasis symptoms behind and ask your doctor for a Lumia today for a cure tomorrow.
So I listen to Auto almost anytime I can. It's the only thing that I can do for me.
Aracelli. Oh yes, we can close the super chats. Thank you. How can Julio approach Rob tomorrow for a great outcome? I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't do it tomorrow because there's anxiety around the situation. There's also regret. I don't know what he's approaching him about, but there also shows heartbreak. I don't know. Tomorrow may not be the best day. I don't know what it is that he's approaching him for, but it just doesn't look like it's the best day for it. Beautiful one, General Love. There's a Virgo coming in if you're not with anyone right now. There's also somebody from your past coming back. Could be the Virgo, or this could be two different people. It also looks like your love life will be moving forward pretty quickly with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And you have strength around the situation, and you also have a lot of respect. So whoever the person is comes in out of the blue if you're not with anyone, and they're very respectful. They have a lot of respect for you. Fun, carefree, spontaneous times, along with starting on a new journey or personal evolution and transformation comes in. No longer holding yourself back. This person that comes in is coming in out of the blue when you least expect it. Now, if you're already with somebody, your current relationship would take on strength, rekindling, and moving forward quickly out of the blue when you least expect it. Sue, how will my test go? Desired result. Yes, it should go very well. Very well. 3 aces. T. Yvette. General Love. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a soulmate relationship that comes in with success when you leave something in the past that no longer works for you. Put a wish out into the universe because you're going to move forward. If you are with someone right now, leaving in the past any pain, hurt, regret, arguments, any bullshit in the relationship, leave that in the past and you move forward, and there's great success around it. And with the Hangman in reverse, things move forward nicely.
We're long for a day just to stay at home.
Nicole.
This is a Smile Direct Club aligner. It's how Smile Direct Club safely and gently straightens your teeth.
Oh, wait a minute. Stephanie, he's little, he's 9. Aw. But I feel like sometimes I'm too hard on him. Maybe I should be more playful. Well, I think that you can be both. You can be hard on him. You know, it's interesting because I worked in a school, and I myself feel like I'm just not really like an authoritative person. But I've noticed that working in the school, there's one teacher who the kids absolutely fear. And I said to them, I'm like, you know what? You might not like her, but she is bringing out the very best in you, because you can see that when she walks in, they stop talking, they sit up straight, they're doing their homework, they're not fucking around. So being a tough character like that really creates people that, you know, like, it makes them do what they have to do, and like they take responsibility. Whereas you can see when some of the other teachers come in, they're kind of like, the kids don't care, like they just, it doesn't have the same effect. And I mean, this other woman, she yells at them, she does, but she expects a lot from them and she gets a lot from them. So I think that that's good. I mean, I think you could have a playful side as well, but the toughest teachers really bring out the best in the students. And I know that the kids, you know, they fear her. I mean, I hear them talk about her, but she really does bring out the best in them. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, tough love, I think, is a good thing.
The time for that quarantine is packed. I mean, in some places, and this is the measure of that,
All right, I'm looking for Nicole.
lockdowns are becoming more restricted, not less, and much weirder. In the north, things like Pittsburgh, aging everywhere.
Okay, I feel his mom does play a role, because I heard a few things that she said once had him calling himself a bad guy. That's why I feel that he's just trying to create an image for his mom. Am I right?
Anyone who dares to swim will be the virus spreads so easily in the ocean. So more people can control their fires. The mayor there went to the beach goes, they can walk on the wet sand, totally fine. But not the dry sand is dangerous.
So you got one ace, which is 33%, but you have the success card here, 6 of Wands, which indicate you are right. Around him, he's got a disaster about to happen. So between the mother and the other woman, that other woman, yeah, like he may be like a pressure cooker at this point, and it's going to explode. You know, I know that, like, now, see, there's a difference. Like I was just saying that, like, the tough teacher does make great students. But, you know, when you're a grown man and mom is putting too much, you know, is playing too much of a role, that's too much at that point. You know, it's different when we're talking about little kids. I don't know. I think that he's putting on an image for his mom. I mean, that's possible. She may have some sort of standards for him. And he also may not want to hear it. Wiggle. How would the Pisces respond to a spicy message tonight? Tonight's not the night. It comes up that they're right now feeling very controlling, which that doesn't really have much to do with the spicy text message. But what's showing up here is arguments, feeling anxious, and feeling betrayed. So I don't think tonight is the night for that. I would hold off. Let this energy of whatever nonsense is going on around this person go, and then another night it would be better. We'd get a better response. Isla, what can I expect with the Aries?
Assuming it was a day, a big crowd arrived when it did. Police arrived too. Here's what happened.
Aries looks like it comes in out of the blue. He may be looking to go on some kind of a short trip, to water, by water, or around water. He may be prepared. He could have some extra money coming in. He's looking a little bit balanced, and he's coming in out of the blue. I think he's going to want to see you more often, or he's going to want to do something. I don't know, go to the beach or something. It looks like you guys could have a nice connection too, Two of Cups. I think you can expect more from him, or things to stabilize a little bit.
Peacefully disperse. If you do not disperse, you could be charged. You can exit the area.
Someone said that the manager, H,
So how things stand.
asked someone to do spell work to make me quit.
Joins us now.
I want to know if it's true, because in May, my life went upside
A lot
down.
of people across the country saw the first video, which really was a nice moment. The police understand. The police understand. It was. It really was. But then they came back.
I don't know what kind of a job this is, but for somebody to ask your manager to put a curse on you to make you quit, not only is it unethical, first of all, like, to me, you don't do spell work for, well, I don't do spell work for evil, but you, like, what benefit? Like, why would somebody want this? Like, to me, it has to be for the greater good, or it at least has to be something that is not, like, negative. So if you're, like, first of all, and then your manager's got to do it on you, as a practitioner, the manager should not be performing spell work on somebody that works underneath him or her. Like, it's just, it's, the whole thing stinks. But I didn't see black magic when I looked at it. But let's see what's going on.
It's been love and positive all day, and with the exception of the November summons, it remained.
It looks like there was indecision around you. It looks like you may have been going through something shitty around your love life. It looks like you may have been arguing with people. It looks like things did not change for the better, but for the worse. But people go through shit like this. It doesn't have to be black magic because you quit your job. I mean, if you were really unhappy there, that's why you quit. Like, you have to ask yourself these questions. Like, for example, I worked at a job that I wanted to quit. When I started teaching yoga, which was, I think, 2010, I wanted to quit working full-time. I wanted to teach full-time. That's what I wanted to do. And I could make what I was making working in that office, teaching full-time, in half the time. I was miserable at this job. There was such stupid bullshit that went on there. I didn't want to do it anymore, but I didn't have the nerve to give it up, because I kept thinking, I'm not going to have benefits, and I won't have vacation time, and it's that and the next thing, and people don't just give up full-time jobs, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't, right? So then what happened was I wound up getting laid off because the universe did not want me working there anymore. I had moved on. I was no longer an accountant. I was a yoga teacher now. So that's where my life was going. So that wasn't black magic that was put on me. That was, sometimes the universe does things because you're not where you're supposed to be. And if you don't make the decision, the universe makes the decision. If you feel like your life was turned upside down, I don't think that somebody else had the power to do this to you just because somebody else wanted it. It's just, it's not usually the way things work. It's not like your whole life would fall apart. Like, these would have, you're in control of you regardless. You make your decisions, not, your coworker wants to put black magic on you, so you quit. If you ask yourself why you quit that day, or what was going on that made you quit, there's got to be a reason there. Because, like, I had a friend, this guy, he would land great jobs, but he would go out to lunch and never go back. He didn't want to fucking work. He doesn't work now. He doesn't want to work. There's nothing wrong with him. He just doesn't want to fucking work. That's his story. He won't admit it, but I know that that's the truth. He had every excuse in the book why he couldn't work here, why he couldn't work there, why he didn't want to do this. He doesn't want to work. That's it. End of story. So you have to ask yourself what it was that made you quit that day and why everything else was coming down. But no, it was not. It wasn't black magic.
Thanks for joining us.
That'd be my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. We're joined tonight by Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana State.
Alina, love.
Senator, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh no, this phone's gonna die.
To the Long Island.
Oh.
Senator, but you should know,
All right, Alina.
doubles tennis is banned. It's illegal.
Phone's dead.
Singles is allowed in New York. Swimmers are in Los Angeles. Wet sand is fine. Dry sand is dangerous. I know you're not a meteorologist, but assess the science there. If you would.
Okay, Tucker, I understand.
Okay, if you are not with anyone right now, you have a Libra coming in. Libra comes in, they're a slow and steady mover, but they're legit. They want to feel like they're standing on solid ground before they make any decisions. They come in out of the blue Page of Swords. They may make you feel like you made it to the top of the mountain and you have good fortune around this relationship. And the Two of Pentacles is here, which would indicate that the relationship is pretty well balanced. If you are with someone right now, current relationship moves forward slow and steady. It's starting to feel a little bit more balanced, and you may be feeling a little bit like you can breathe a sigh of relief, like you know you're on solid ground with this person and that things are legit. There's stability here. I gotta come over here now and use this phone because that other phone died. Let me unplug this. Hang on. I'll move it over here. So that was Alina.
And the truth is, it's never been an either-or situation. They've both been important since day one. And here's what I think most Americans want.
Oh my goodness, I gotta go far back.
They want common sense. They want their public officials to do everything they possibly can to fight the virus and to keep us safe. And they want us to do everything we possibly can.
Oh my goodness. All right, did I make it through the super chats? Anybody have any idea?
Can kill you. We know that. It's not going to kill most of us. Most of us aren't going to get it. And it's not going to kill the fraction of those who do get it. But probably it can kill you too.
All right, I think that I made it through the super chats.
And public officials need to understand that.
I'm not sure why more places haven't decided that after 2 months, more than 2 months, of nonstop information about this virus, what it does, that people can't make their own decisions about the level of risk they're willing to assume. I mean, there are a lot of risks in life, but not just the real
Well, we've got two groups of people in Europe.
All right, so then it's just moderators.
You've got those
All right, so I'm going back down to the bottom. Oh, I skipped Adriana. How will he feel when he knows I'm a virgin? Okay.
talk to and treat the American people like they're morons. The American people know exactly what they're doing. They're pretty smart. They may not read Aristotle every day because they're too busy earning a living.
I think he's going to be pretty impressed. Maybe a little bit shocked, but kind of impressed. You know,
Value their jobs as well.
that's a really good thing because sex is you pick up a lot of energetic crap off of people. So that's good. That I think he's going to feel a little shocked, but I also think that he's going to be impressed. That's pretty impressive. It's funny because I had a friend of mine who was she has met somebody since, but she was going through this moment where like she had never had a boyfriend. She was in her late 20s. She wasn't 30 yet. And she was really starting to feel like maybe I'm never going to be with anyone ever. And then she finally met someone and it was like, you know, it's like, it's definitely a good thing to not, I don't even like people touching me. Like, don't touch me. Because like you can pick things up from people. So I think that he may be a little shocked, but overall he'll be impressed.
This person exactly that everybody on television is in love with. If we look a little more deeply, and we'll bring the results of that.
Okay, moderators. Angel the Aries has been here. Okay, I'll get to her.
With a laser light therapy that's been clinically proven to treat hair loss and regrow thicker, healthier hair. It's called the Capilla's laser cap.
Okay.
Laser therapy.
Moderators can send the questions. All right, I'm gonna do. There's 3 other people I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do. Manya, is L gonna change his behavior now that I've communicated my needs? Okay, let's do that one. I think so. I think you're going to get somewhere. It's good. You communicated it well because it came across well. 2 aces and the 3 of cups, which would be, what do you call it? Cause for celebration. So yeah, I think that you're going to, at least he's going to try. I'm going to do Malapali. What are the Gemini's intentions towards me? He's kind of a little bit all over the place because it shows like he may make a lot of promises, but he doesn't always seem to follow through. The 6 of Pentacles is in reverse, which means this relationship may be a little bit one-sided at points. It also shows here that there could be some fun, carefree, spontaneous times that come in the near future, but then the Lovers is in reverse, which can indicate a big fight or even a breakup. Then at some point, the Ace of Cups is here and it's full, so then things can move forward again. And the Star is in reverse, so it may, like, if you do have a big fight or there is a breakup and you get back together, you may not feel the same. That happens a lot. I don't know. I feel like he may make a lot of promises and he doesn't always follow through with them. So I would just be careful. Angel, do I have any health problems that I should know about, like a disorder or something? Okay, let me see. All right, I'm only getting a 33% chance yes, which is pretty low. So what I always tell everyone is, if you really think that there could be something wrong with you, I would see a doctor. But sometimes, you know, especially if you've ever taken a psychology course, you may read about different things and then all of a sudden feel like you have those things. You know, like if you read about like bipolar disorder, you may feel like you have some of the characteristics. Or like recently, a friend of mine, not recently, but we used to work together, but he said to me, he goes, sometimes I think I have some kind of autism, or I may be on the spectrum. And I'm like, you know what? It's funny that you should say that, because I've thought that about myself too, because I have some like quirky things. But I think overall you're fine. I think that sometimes we read too much, or we hear somebody talk and it kind of resonates with us, and then we feel like, oh, well, I could have that too. If you really think there's something wrong, I would go to a doctor, but I think you're okay. Okay, so I just have Mel, right? That's it.
Over the weekend, Jeff Bezos' personal
General love. Okay.
Now, by itself, that's not very surprising. Influence is a well-known left-wing Democrat who wants to approach
General love.
people like that for decades. It often has. But even at the usual standards of over-the-top slobbering and
First person that comes in is a fire sign. Libra, Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. Then you have a slow-moving water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And there's possibly a new beginning with an ex-love, an old love, or somebody that you knew from the past. It doesn't have to be. Just somebody that you knew from the past comes back. Feeling balanced and passionate, moving forward, embarking on a personal transformation, cutting through the bullshit, Ace of Swords, setting up boundaries. There's a water sign here too, that Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You also have an Aquarius showing up. You may have a lot of options. There's a lot of options around you, and you may be feeling a little bit undecided or unsure. But there's no shortage of romance coming in, or suitors. Even if you don't, you're like, oh, he's not for me. But there's a lot of people coming in. Fire signs, water signs, and Aquarius. You also have a Leo here, and the sun is coming out. So the sun is shining on your love life. You're going to have decisions and choices to make. So keep your eyes and ears open. All right, guys, that's it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure of the times. I think I'm going to be on different times tomorrow. I think maybe in the morning and then again like early evening. But I'm not sure about tomorrow night. Either way, if anything goes really crazy, I'll post it in the community board. Otherwise, I'm going to try to get on tomorrow morning by like 11 o'clock. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.